Yeah, the question is, as long as you go for top-level domain names, the question was, how about other extensions like .net, .org, and .com. They're kind of like the three ones that I'll go for, .com, .net, .org, and I talk a little bit in one of the other slides about the ones that I go after. Some of the other domain name extensions don't do so well because when they were launched, you had all of these domainers who came out and registered all of these, you know, golden money phrases thinking that they'd be able to resell them at a later date, and you go to that extension and so many of the domain names are just parked landing pages. So that whole subsection never really took off. So I always try and focus on those top-level domain names. For that first tier keyword, you want to go for the high traffic, high converting with good competition. So for Planet 13 band merch, for Melbourne SEO services, if you think about the psychology behind why we selected Melbourne SEO services, firstly, we went for Melbourne SEO services, a nice long tail phrase that will return the client that we want, that is looking for exactly what we're after, and relatively low-hanging fruit. Like, I mean, we only launched the company at the start of this year, and already we've got position #1 for that word, and we're kind of bouncing around in the local search, but local search is a different game unto itself. But the reason we chose that is now we can break it down and go after the more competitive phrase, which is SEO services. So we've got Melbourne SEO services, now we're going to go for SEO services, which is that more competitive phrase. So that's just a little bit of a thought process behind there. The second tier, going for those categories, services or money phrases. So this is coming back to some of the guys here who've got, you know, paint protection shops and the ceremonies, both of those ones. You want to think of what the money phrases are or the different services that you do provide. So you might provide celebrant, is that right? Do you use a celebrant? Yeah, celebrant Melbourne. That might be one of those phrases that you go after on these second tier. And then you can try and, you know, maybe go for the area, which might be geographic location plus keyword. Try and go for that first. Then when you get that, go for the more competitive phrase. Because when you're building links, you've been building links with that keyword in it anyway. So that's a better way to go. High competition and even high competition and even higher competition. Yeah, I don't mind going for high competition stuff or even higher than that first tier. So e.g. some of the ones that we use, band t-shirts, band stickers, band buttons, they're all category related stuff, whereas for Melbourne SEO services, SEO company, SEO training, SEO expert, that's kind of comparing an e-commerce site versus a service-based website. Third tier, you want to make sure that you drill down a little bit deeper, and this is where I will take a lot of what those categories are and I'll try and find out what are the sub-keywords underneath that, and I'll go for those really longer tail phrase. Remember, for tier 1 we're going to have 1 keyword. For tier 2 we're going to have about 10 keywords, and this is plus or minus. These are sort of rough numbers. Tier 3, I say maybe go for, I don't know, 10 or 20, but ultimately these tier 3 pages we're just going to keep on building. Because SEO now is a game of volume. It used to be you could rank a website with 5 pages, and you still can for very non-competitive terms, but really now, to do some serious damage, you want to just keep building pages and go for those longer tail things with geographic locations built in. Product names and things like that is also good. And just keep building that list. So on Planet 13, Metallica sticker, Metallica black t-shirt, bless you. And for Melbourne SEO services, on our blog, that's where we use building the pages to go for those longer tail phrases. We'll go for things like guide to selling a website, video marketing SEO, and WordPress on-page SEO. You can see those longer phrases, and if you visualize that, and this is one of those things as well where in the back of the notes you guys have got that little workbook. I'd probably suggest when you get a moment you can scribble down, start to plan out in your head. All of this stuff is already starting to sink in now, and I just want to make sure that you start to map this sort of stuff out. Obviously you don't have your keyword research tools with you right now, but you know the broad phrases, you know if it's your industry.